Do you freak out, literally freak out every time you go to post on social media? You freeze, you think, what am I going to post and when am I going to post it? And am I going to get any engagement? My competitors do, but what about me? Am I going to get any likes? Am I going to get any shares? Is anybody going to comment? Don't worry, you're not the only one. I have been in this position many times, and sometimes Facebook can be really stingy when it comes to giving engagement. But if you listen to the end of this video, I'm going to give you some really good pointers to put you in the right direction so that this is not a problem anymore. So just before I do, if you just comment below the word workshop, I will make sure you get the workshop on the 3 hacks to creating endless content so that you'll never get stuck again. So literally just comment the word workshop below and I will reach out and get you that. No problem at all. So just very quickly, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Elaine Sanderson, Marie Sanderson, and I help coaches go from very inconsistent months where they're going between $500 to $500 to 2K months, and I help them scale up to 10K consistent months by implementing viral organic strategies with Facebook groups, and we set it on fire with budget ads. And my last client's just pulled out 36K from her Facebook group using these exact tactics. So let's get on with the meat and potatoes. Let me show you how you can stop all this procrastination and freezing over the content you put out there. So the very first thing we need to understand is that we have to have a plan. We have to have a plan going forward of the content we're going to put on social media. And that content has to be sexy. We have to want our audience to raise their hands. You know, that our audience has to want to get the information. You know, they want to be like really so engaged with our content. And the way we do that is build out the framework to our program first, okay? Some of you may have already built out the framework to your programs, where we take our clients through our pillars of our program and we take them through step by step until they go from their 0 to the hero transformation. Now, in a very rough format, this is how we start out. We start out doing a really rough outline of our framework because we're aware it could change over time. You may realise there's bits missing and we reiterate over time. But once we get the framework to our program, we've got the different pillars, and under each pillar we have each individual step. So we literally map it out on pieces of paper until we feel we're pretty confident, you know, that we're on the right direction. So once we've done the framework, we know what steps we're going to take our clients through. We then pick out the sexiest bits of our program that we're then going to create different angles and different kind of basically different content pieces around the framework of our program. Then once we've done that, we need to then literally set it in stone. We need to start creating the content. So we've gone from the framework, we've created the steps, and now we start to create the content around that. Now, with my previous coach, I did what we called the stealth influence workshop, where we literally break down our clients' limiting beliefs, their objections, and we create content pieces around that. It's called the stealth influence workshop. And for those of you who don't know, I'm running this workshop, which I'm going to cover all this, and make sure you do comment below so I can get you that workshop, because this is going to break it all down for you. And then what we do is we map out our content onto a calendar. Now, this is what I do with my premium students. We go through this in real detail. So we actually map out what we're going to be posting on our personal profile, which is the beige, on our group, in the group itself, what we're going to be emailing on a regular basis every week, and also what budget-friendly ads we're going to be running to our warm audience, so we get seen absolutely everywhere. Now, the ads are optional, but they do add fire, okay, to the whole process, because once we're seen everywhere by our audience, that authority builds, that trust builds, and these ads can be run for as little as $2 a day. We're not talking about opt-ins, we're not talking about complicated funnels. They literally are just a post on steroids. Very simple ads that anybody can run, and are very budget friendly. So we map out all this content into our calendar, so we know exactly what we're doing every day. But how do we get all this content? You know, it says emails, it's got workshops. How do I actually create this? Well, it is a couple of steps to get to this stage, okay? So I'm going to cover this on the workshop, but basically we create what we call this basically framework. So you've seen the framework that I showed you, the very rough and ready one that I've just done on a piece of paper. We then map that out into a very structured format. So at the top, we've got all the pillars and we've got all the steps of our program. So we list out every step that's going to take our client from a 0 position to that hero transformation. So literally it's all mapped out in steps. But what we're going to also then do is we need to get angles. Okay, we can't just have one bit of content going out on our first step. So I help people create their marketing statement and their roadmaps and their viral offers, but I can't just have one bit of content on that. I need different content ideas, different angles. We call them demand triggers. So along the left hand side, we list out different angles we can approach that particular step. So the viral offer, I could talk about problems around the viral offer. I could talk about the process, how we create a viral offer. I could talk about like a real promotion post of how I can help people, if I offer to help you kind of statement, which is like a power offer. I could also talk about the limiting beliefs people have around power offers. So I've got lots of different options how I can talk about that particular part of my program. And we break it down into what I call the SPIT system. So we look at the viral offer and we talk about the way, the system, the process, the issues around the viral offer, any testimonials around the viral offer that, I've helped people create viral offers and they've kind of exploded online and got lots of clients. And also around like a sales pitch around the viral offer, if I offer to help you. I call it the SPIT system, and then with my premium clients, we create all those demand triggers around that particular step of the program. But not only that, is we also use the stealth influence exercise where we break down the limiting beliefs and the objections. So we've got so many angles to that particular step of the program. Then we create the content and then we map it onto our content calendar. So it all may seem a little bit fuzzy, it may all seem a little bit overwhelming, but I can guarantee you it's really straightforward once you implement the system. This is to give you a flavour of what you should be doing to actually get the content consistency within your business. So I'd love you to access this workshop. So all you need to do was really break this down way more. Just comment the word workshop below and I'll reach out and get you that workshop.